We begin at 5 with new developments on a triple shooting in Johnston we've been tracking since yesterday morning. I'm Shannon Heggie.
And I'm Kim Kalunian. We now know the names of the 3 people who were killed at their homes and are learning more about the suspects' past. The victims who died are 83-year-old Janet Harrison, the suspect's mother, and 44-year-old Thomas T.J. May, the next-door neighbor. May's 15-year-old daughter was also shot but is expected to survive. The suspect, 52-year-old James Harrison, was shot and killed by police.
We have team coverage once again tonight. Matt Paddock is standing by. He talked to members of a local Little League where T.J. May was a coach. But first, let's get the latest on the case from Anita Buffoni. Anita?
Well, Shannon and Kim, we learned police arrived on scene here in Legion Court just minutes after 2 people were shot. They were following up on a call from the night before. Now the police department is defending how they handled that first call, which led up to the triple shooting. This dead-end road off Simmonsville Avenue now quiet, just over 24 hours after a triple shooting. A biohazard truck is parked in front of the home of Janet and James Harrison. That's where police say James Harrison shot his mother Janet sometimes Tuesday into Wednesday morning. The Johnston police chief says Thomas May filed a no trespass order late Tuesday night after he found James Harrison peering through his 15-year-old daughter's bedroom window. Police responded but say they could not reach Harrison both at his home or over the phone. Without a search warrant or consent from the homeowner, police say there wasn't much else they could do. The crime Harrison was accused of didn't warrant keeping an officer there overnight, according to the chief.
Also, given the crime they were investigating, which Mr. Harrison was suspected of a potential peeping Tom crime, that's a petty misdemeanor, and it doesn't allow for exigent circumstances where the officers would be able to make entry to the house.
An officer followed up the next morning only to find 2 shooting victims, one outside and one dead in the garage.
With the intention of wanting to detain Mr. Harrison, Officer Hopkins pulled into the driveway of 2 Legion Court, and as he did that, he observed the injured 15-year-old juvenile female who had apparent gunshot wounds. He then had to stop to render aid. Police say Harrison shot the father of that teen. He's identified as Thomas T.J. May, a Johnston Little League coach. His daughter is expected to survive. Harrison left the scene in his car only to be shot and killed by police after a chase through 3 different communities. Now, police records show they responded to Harrison's home back in 2021 after his mother called for a well-being check on her son. When asked, the police chief says they are not aware of any mental health issues regarding Harrison. For Now Live in Johnston, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Anita, thank you. And we are learning more tonight about one of the victims from yesterday's tragic shooting in Johnston.
44-year-old Thomas T.J. May was shot and killed, as you just heard, in his garage. 12 News reporter Matt Paddock spoke with friends of May's and joins us with how he'll be remembered by the community. Matt?
Well, it was right here at Johnston Memorial Park where T.J. May's impact has really been felt by the community. A pivotal member of the Little League organization, teaching future generations lessons that go much further than the diamond.
Phenomenal person, phenomenal human being, phenomenal father.
Johnston Memorial Park. It was here that Thomas T.J. May left a lasting legacy on so many.
He's just a role model as a friend, as a fellow father, as a coach.
T.J. May spent years coaching Little League baseball in Johnston, teaching the importance of it being more than just a game.
Finding a positive in any negative, trying to bring a kid up all the time if he struck out or if he got out, or, just really trying to not be so much about baseball, just more about character development and just being a good guy.
He was molding them to be upstanding citizens in our town.
Joe Splendario, president of Johnston's Little League, says positivity was TJ's superpower.
TJ was, captain positive. Things were going bad on this field for his team or whatnot. He was always like positive.
Both Splendario and Orsini heartbroken by the tragedy. Their emotions still raw.
My heart sank because this could happen to anybody.
I was heading to work when I got the phone call, and shocked just like everybody else is going to be shocked, and just hoping that it's not what you're hearing,
But now as the Johnston community grieves, a flag flying high over Kennedy Field, a tribute to TJ.
Doing what we can to support both the family and the team.
Now, the Little League organization has set up a GoFundMe to help the family through this tremendous tragedy. For a link to that, you can find it on our website over at WPRI.com. Reporting live in Johnston, Matt Paddock, 12 News.
Tonight, we have a better idea of what led up to yesterday morning's deadly shootings on a small Johnston street. Good evening, I'm Shannon Heggie.
And I'm Kim Kalunian. Police say the suspect, James Harrison, killed his elderly mother and his neighbor, Thomas T.J. May, and shot and wounded May's teenage daughter. Harrison's life ended in a hail of police gunfire on Plainfield Pike a short time later.
We have team coverage tonight. Matt Paddock is standing by, but first we go to 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni. Anita?
Well, Shannon and Kim, this dead-end street now quiet just 2 hours after that triple shooting. It's here where police say James Harrison shot 3 people after a neighbor sought a no trespass order against him. A biohazard truck is parked in front of the home of James and Janet Harrison Thursday afternoon. 52-year-old James Harrison shot and killed his mother inside the home sometime late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, according to police. This all began Tuesday around midnight when Thomas May caught James Harrison peeking through his 15-year-old daughter's bedroom window using a ladder. May called police and filed a trespass order forbidding Harrison from going on their property. The Johnston police chief says officers knocked on Harrison's door and called him, but no response.
The officers did everything they could do, absent consent from the homeowner at Fort Legion or a search warrant. Officers would not be legally authorized to enter the residence.
So officers left, only to return hours later to follow up on the trespass order. That's when officers found 2 victims shot, 1 dead. Those victims are Thomas T.J. May, a Little League coach who was killed in the garage. His daughter was shot on the front lawn. She is expected to survive.
The officer might have missed that incident by a matter of like 2 minutes when he arrived there. As he arrived is when we got the 911 calls.
The chief says officers were going to attempt to detain Harrison, who was on scene, but their attention turned to the injured teen. The girl was able to tell police Harrison was the shooter. Police say Harrison fled the scene in his car, and after a police pursuit through 3 communities, he was shot and killed by police off Plainfield Pike on the Johnston-Cranston line. Now, police tell us they have responded to Harrison's home back in 2021 after his mother called police for a well-being check on her son. When asked, the police chief says he is not aware if Harrison had any mental health issues. Live in Johnston, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Thank you, Anita. And we've learned Thomas T.J. May was a Johnston Little League coach. The Little League called him a great human being.
12 News reporter Matt Paddock spoke with the head of the Little League today and continues our team coverage from Johnston. Matt?
Yeah, it was right here at Johnston Memorial Park where TJ May left a lasting impression on the community. A pivotal member of the Johnston Little League community, teaching future generations lessons that go much further than the diamond.
One that I really like, he has a shovel in his hand. And that shovel, he's just basically building the foundation for us.
Baseball. It's a game of inches, but for Thomas T.J. May, he went the extra mile to show kids life beyond the game.
He was molding them to be upstanding citizens in our town.
And he's just a role model as a friend, as a fellow father, as a coach.
His lessons on the diamond carrying on through all the lives he touched.
TJ was, Captain Positive.
Finding a positive in any negative, trying to bring a kid up all the time if he struck out or if he got out, or, just really trying to not be so much about baseball, just more about character development and just being a good guy.
On Wednesday, TJ's life tragically taken in a shooting at his home in Johnston.
Selfless act of evil can happen to any one of us, and it was terrible. I'm still processing this, to be honest with you.
Now May's Little League team flag flying high over Kennedy Field, as Orsini and Splendorio continue to search for ways to memorialize the life of a man who meant so much to his community.
He really was a role model for me on how to treat my own kids and my own family, my own teammates.
He's not physically here, but that doesn't mean we're going to forget him.
And a GoFundMe page has been set up by the Little League organization to help the family through this tremendous tragedy. You can find the link to that over on our website at WPRI.com. Reporting live in Johnston, Matt Paddock, 12 News.